Hello and welcome to another video for Midas Touch Toys, Games and Collectibles. And today we are looking at something that is now quite old, has become very, very rare, very collectible and very difficult to find, especially in this mint sealed condition. We are looking at the 1995 release by Playmates from their Star Trek movie series of action figures and action models. And this particular item we are looking at today is of the U.S.S Excelsior, and it is from the Star Trek the movie collection of the Playmate series, and it is the Excelsior NCC-2000, which I think made its first appearance in Star Trek 3, The Search for Spock. I'm pretty certain that's where it first appeared, where it was about to pursue Kirk and crew on the Enterprise when they were going off to Genesis to find Spock, and Scotty had whipped some bits out of their warp drive so it couldn't move. So anyway, that was the movie. This is the item in front of us, and it says Star Trek the movie collection just below an image of Captain or Admiral James T. Kirk, as he was then. It says U.S.S Excelsior NCC-2000, the Excelsior class vessel from the classic Star Trek film series. Press here to activate sounds. We'll do that in a moment. And you can see an image of the ship itself, and it says lights and sounds from the classic Star Trek film series. The rare U.S.S Excelsior NCC-2000 as it has never been seen before. 4 Star Trek sounds: energy ribbon, phaser, warning signal and tractor beam, light up engine exhaust and navigational deflector, and Star Trek style display stand. It's ages 4 and up, stock number 6127. Playmates includes 3 replaceable AA batteries, warning, choking hazards, small parts not for children under 3 years, and collector's edition number, and this one is 000928. So quite a low number on this particular model. Okay, that's the front of the box. Let's spin the box around and let's see what we got printed on the back. Okay, so I'll turn the box around and this is what we've got on the back. And again, it says Star Trek the movie collection, U.S.S Excelsior NCC-2000, the Excelsior class vessel from the classic Star Trek film series. And there you can see an image of the actual model itself, and there's a very good image here. We're all assembled on the stand, and it shows you the buttons here. So you've got the sensor alert, you've got the tractor beam, energy ribbon and the phaser. It says ages 4 and up. So you've got here, you've got the battle section, which is just there, warp engine nacelles, effect activation buttons, which we've just seen over there, the main bridge, phaser array, saucer module, light up navigational deflector and light up engine exhausts, and a Star Trek style display base. It says press the effects activation buttons for any array of galactic sci-fi. Behold special effects, I should say there. Behold the light up engine exhausts and the light up navigational deflector. Display the U.S.S Excelsior NCC-2000 on the Star Trek display stand. It says includes 3 replaceable AA batteries. Batteries are included for demonstration purposes only and may need to be replaced by the consumer. Okay, so it's coming soon. Classic Enterprise NCC-1701, stock number 6116. Classic Phaser, stock number 6118, and the Classic Tricorder item number or stock number 6125. Obviously, I think we've actually done videos on all of those items. So for those of you that watch our videos regularly, you would have seen all of those items. Okay, now it says, let's have a read of this section here. And it says Starfleet database, search mode, history data file, parameter U.S.S Excelsior. Overview. The U.S.S Excelsior was originally built as an experimental vessel for the Transwarp Drive project. This propulsion method was designed to increase the speed and efficiency of starships. Christened in 2284, the Excelsior NX-2000 was placed under the command of Captain Stiles for its test operations. Unfortunately, the Transwarp Drive proved to be a failure, so a conventional warp drive was engineered for the Excelsior and Starfleet placed the ship on active duty. Its registration number was then changed to NCC-2000. The Excelsior's design served as a model for a whole family of space vessels, notably Excelsior-class starships, including the U.S.S Hood, the Repulse, the Intrepid, the Gorkon, and the Enterprise NCC-1701B. In 2290, Captain Hikaru Sulu commanded the Excelsior on a 3-year mission searching planetary atmosphere in the Beta Quadrant. In 2293, Sulu and the crew of the Excelsior were involved in the Great Kumuna Peace Conference, which brought the Klingon Empire and the United Federations of Planets together. Certain federations and Klingon forces tried to disrupt the peace conference, but the Excelsior and the crew prevented them from sabotaging the delicate proceedings. Further information is classified. X-Red, enter response code 2.0 LU, end of overview. Starfleet out. Collector's alert. This is the first time the U.S.S Excelsior NCC-2000 has been available in the classic Star Trek line. Given its rare exposure and reference in Star Trek history, this replica is an integral and unique component in any Star Trek collection. And we've got stock number 6127, Playmates logo, Star Trek logo, the barcode, copyright 1995, Paramount Pictures, all rights reserved. Star Trek and related marks are trademarks of Paramount Pictures, Playmates Toys, Hong Kong Limited, authorised users. Conforms to toy safety standards. Colours and decorations may vary. Product of China, packaging printed in China. Package design 1995, Playmates Toys, Hong Kong Limited, distributed by Playmates Toys, Inc. And their address in Canada, or California, sorry. Okay, that's the back of the box. Let's just drop the box down to the front, or to the top rather, and let's see what we got printed on the top. So on the top we have here again the same image of Captain James T. Kirk, or Admiral James T. Kirk, as he was in the search for Spock, but of course by the undiscovered country he was back as captain. So Star Trek the movie collection, U.S.S Excelsior NCC-2000, the Excelsior class vessel from the classic Star Trek film series. Lights and sounds from the classic Star Trek film series, age 4 and up, stock number 6127, Playmates logo. The rare U.S.S Excelsior NCC-2000 as it has never been seen before. 4 Star Trek sounds, energy ribbon, phaser, warning signal and tractor beam. Light up engine exhaust and navigational deflector. Star Trek style display stand, includes 3 replaceable AA batteries. That's the top of the box. Let's turn the box to the side. And what have we got? We've pretty much got the same again. Star Trek, the movie collection, U.S.S Excelsior NCC-2000, Excelsior class vessel from the classic Star Trek film series. Playmates logo, ages 4 and up, stock number 6127, lights and sounds from the classic Star Trek film series. The rare U.S.S Excelsior NCC-2000 that has never been seen before. And the 4 energy Trek sounds, 4 Star Trek sounds, energy ribbon, phaser, warning signal and tractor beam, light up engine exhaust and navigational deflectors. Star Trek style display stand, includes 3 replaceable AA batteries. Bottom of the box, exactly the same as what we had on the top, and the other end of the box is exactly the same as what we had at the other end. Okay, that's the box. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to open the box. Let's see if we can get this model out and have a look at it, and let's see what it's like. Okay, so I've removed the model from the box, but it's all strapped in like this, and I'm not going to be able to take it out, unfortunately, which is a real pain, because I did really want to get this out and have a good look at the item and see what it's like. There is this packet here which contains all the decals. Great stickers there to go on. In actual fact, yeah, this is actually open, so I can actually. Yeah, so I can remove the instructions here as well. So let's see what we got in here. So in here, okay, so it tells you how to assemble the models. There is assembly required on this one. You can see you've got to attach the nacelles to the body, and then you've got the battery compartment at the bottom there. That's showing you how to replace the battery and where to put all of your decals on there, and there's the stand and how it slots together, and it slots on the bottom. Oh, I see. So you can have it without the battery cover, or that's actually the stand slots on where the battery cover would be. So either way, if you want to display it on the stand, you use it without the battery cover. If you don't want to display it on the stand, you use the battery cover. So yeah, simple as that. Okay, that is the instructions. Quite pretty much basic instructions on these models. I think they were all pretty much the same from what I can remember. Okay, let's have a look at this. I don't know if there's any way I'm going to be... actually, am I able to remove this? Whoa, okay, so I've managed to remove the actual body from the box. So, and that wasn't too much of a problem. I have torn the tape there a little bit, but I will correct that. So let's have a look at this, because obviously I can't remove that section, as that section is still all attached in and it's all wrapped and taped and held in with a bow. I'd have to destroy all of that to get that out. And that's the stand. You can see the stand down this side here. So I'm not going to be able to remove the nacelles and put the nacelles on. But we've got the main body of the Excelsior there. And if I mean, I can measure this, and you can see this is 16 inches, but then it would go further out because the nacelles go back probably about another 5 inches. So overall, you'd be looking at about 20 inches in length of the model. And if we measure across the hull, you're looking at 8 inches. So it's quite a big size model. Really nice. Actually, let's press the buttons and see if anything happens on this. Oh, so I've got the lights. The lights are coming on. There's no sound though. All the lights are working, but for some reason there's no sound. I'm just going to go and replace the batteries, put new batteries in, and let's see what happens. See if it's something to do with the batteries not working properly. Okay, so I have replaced the batteries, but it hasn't seemed to have made a lot of difference on this. So when I first put the batteries in, I thought the sound had worked, but it hasn't. It's just, again, it's the light. So I don't know if maybe it has to be fully assembled for the sounds to work. I'm not sure about this. I wouldn't have thought so though. I can't see any connections through the links where these go attached. So I think the volume or the sound should be working, and they was in demonstration mode as well. So they should be working. So I don't quite know why they're not. And one of my colleagues actually said to me that when they tested the model originally, when it came in, the sounds were working. So I don't quite know what's happened here. So somewhere between the item coming in and us shooting the video, the sounds have stopped working. So it may need a little bit of TLC, this particular one. And it is a very, very rare model as well. So it's one that you just don't see very often. But you know, the lights are still working. Just a shame that I can't seem to get it might just be a loose connection that just needs to be reconnected. I don't know. I'm not going to take it apart and look at it. So it will be sold as lights working only and no sounds. But it's a shame really, because it is a beautiful looking model. Obviously brand new. It hadn't been out this box until I've just taken it apart. But yeah, so a little bit of disappointing there that I can't get the sounds to actually work. Maybe someone knows what's wrong with it, or maybe someone can tell me how to get the sounds working. Don't know. Perhaps you could leave a comment if you do know. Anyway, that's the model. How well did these models do back in 1995? Well, yeah, in 1995, Star Trek, I should say, I beg your pardon, was the biggest franchise, the biggest sci-fi franchise in the world. There was so much Star Trek going on. We'd had the original series, the animated series, the Next Generation had now just finished and gone on to the big screen. We had Star Trek Deep Space Nine, and we were about to be handed over to Star Trek Voyager. So there was lots going on Star Trek front. It was so popular, and in fact, Deep Space Nine, The Next Generation, and Voyager all ran for 7 seasons because of their popularity. It's such a very, very good television series, and they were second to none. They were the biggest franchise in the world at that time. So merchandise was being released left, right, and centre. Playmates produced the figures and the ships, but there was merchandise being produced by so many different companies for so many different things. It was everywhere. I can remember when we had the shop, we had merchandise coming in from all sorts of weird different things. You name it, we had it in the shop. But the biggest thing that people were wanting at the time was the models and the figures. That's were the most popular lines of the Star Trek merchandise. And of course, as they were released, they were pretty much sold the same weekend they came in. So massive following of Star Trek back in the day, and the merchandise just sold out very, very quickly. And of course, like all of the figures and the ships, they're only released for a very limited time and limited quantities mainly, and then once they're gone, they're gone. And this particular one, because it was such a rare model, it came in and went in and out pretty much very, very quickly. There wasn't a massive quantity of these produced, so they sold out very quickly. Now let's move forward nearly 30 years we're 2024 now, almost 2025. So we're almost 30 years since this was released. Does this particular model come up on the platforms? You see them occasionally on the platforms, the U.S.S Excelsior, very, very rarely. And most of the time, well, in fact, I don't think I've ever seen another one of these in the box on the platforms. I've seen them on their stands. I've seen them just as display items, and I've seen them just to ship itself without a stand. But I haven't seen any like this one, which was mint in the box until I've removed the main body. But other than that, it's mint in box. Unfortunately, as we know, we can't get the sounds to work. I'm sure that's only a minor fault that could be addressed at some point or other, but other than that, it's mint condition, unused, and well, fantastic, absolutely fantastic. So no, they don't come up for sale very often on the platforms, and simply because this was a very rare model. So they do occasionally come up loose, but not very often. But again, if you're buying on the platforms, I always tell you, be very vigilant, because a lot of the platforms use stock photographs, and what you order may not be what you get. I was speaking to someone just only last week, and they told me that they ordered something off one of the platforms. It looks so good too, and if it's the price too good to be true, you just know you're not going to get what you're asking for, what you think you're going to get. And they received a broken item with bits missing because they didn't read the section, the use section, and thought they was getting a new item. So just be very, very careful. That was only last week, so it still goes on. So just be very, very careful. Or alternatively, you can come to us at Midas Touch Toys, Games and Collectibles, where you know we only keep the best items and the best quality items in stock. This particular item is amongst the stock. We only have this one particular model of the Excelsior, and this particular model will be available on the Midas Touch website shortly after this video has been shot. Again, this was a former stock item, a shop item. Again, a closed down shop, one of the stock lots that we bought out from many, many different closed down shops, and this was amongst one of those. Never been opened, never been out of the box until I opened it. As I say, sadly the sounds are not working properly, but as I say, I'm sure that's an easy fix. But this particular item is available on the Midas Touch website, which you can get to very simply by clicking the link below. It will take you straight to the website, where you'll be able to find this and many other vintage Star Trek items, and many other vintage toys, games and collectibles. Come to that. There's over 10,000 products currently available on the website for you to view and purchase at your leisure. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button, because we're uploading videos for every new item that goes into the website. There will be something for everybody, and I am absolutely positive that this is something that you're not going to want to miss, because we literally have thousands and thousands of new items which we're shooting videos for and uploading on a daily basis. So if there's something in particular you're looking for, something old that you've never been able to find, something quirky you might want to buy for a friend, or perhaps just something from your childhood that you'd like to own again to help you recuperate those long lost childhood memories. Well, stay tuned, keep watching, because you never know the next item we upload could be that item you've been looking for. Okay, that is it for me on this particular item. I do hope you've enjoyed reviewing this wonderful, wonderful Playmates Star Trek Excelsior model with me. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you again next video. So bye for now.